Good evening. We are back in business. Thanks for hanging out with us. Of course, there was a little bit of a hitch, I think is the nicest way to put it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it in the Twitter sphere, but due to various circumstances, EnVy have to concede their first map. Cobblestone does go the way of Virtus Pro without a single bullet fired. That means we do go into our next map, and it's going to be a must-win for the French now after losing that one. I mean, let's not mince words. We had no definite guarantee that the French side would have picked that up, but it would have been nice to see them try. Now we do have Mirage, though, and that's going to be between Virtus Pro and EnVy. Gentlemen, we have to kind of maybe reiterate points, but also just kind of set the scene for this matchup, and Yenko, you were always very good at that. EnVy and Virtus Pro, how would you kind of explain this?
Explosive.
Yeah.
Potential explosive matchup. But the problem with EnVyUs on Mirage is I feel that they're really one-dimensional, this map on the T side. Almost all of their, executes, actions, whatever they go for, and in the first 45 seconds of the round, up until the 1 minute mark. They don't have a slow default type of a play style. Let's get someone into maybe ladder room or into connector, then wrap around towards the other bomb side, something like that, get in like 30 seconds left. No, they're going to, okay, maybe go for mid control and, focus on that area of the map, but they're going to push probably straight in, which is a problem because VP can, even if they lose pistol, they can just go eco, so they have all the nades, and then spend all of their utility early, because I feel like if they do that, EnVy is a bit lost after that point.
So, I mean, surely that's quite an easy fix, right, Chad? I mean, you just go and someone whispers in their ear, hey, get a default, and they're looking better on Mirage already.
When you have a stubborn in-game leader or a team, who only functions one way, it's very hard to change it up. Their CT side is very one-dimensional as well. The stuff that we saw versus Heroic at DreamHack Bucharest was the window smoke would come in, Kenny would try and shoot a bullet through it, Kenny would run away, Kenny's neutralized. What you should do is, if you know that you're not going to get the window pick, get boosted into the vent, go vent quickly. If you have good movement, jump onto the catwalk, great, get that pick over the smoke, go connector every now and again. Sometimes you can even take the AWP to more aggressive positions like B. They like to, the weird thing with EnVy CT side is they like to go, well, instead of just moving one of the best AWPers in the world around the map and going for picks, we'll get our people who are average AWPers to try and do the job, right? Why not just put Kenny S in B apps and go for an aggressive pick there and then have a setup with the rifles somewhere else? Like, it's like they think, this is my bomb site, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to hold it the way I want to. It's CT side, it's more individual, but at the same time, it's still a team game, and you can move somebody around. Like, Kenny's such a good AWPer at getting aggressive and stuff, and him in B apps, close range territory, that's kind of where he'd shine. And I'd like to see them use a bit more diversity with how they use him, first of all. But if the team doesn't feel comfortable and they don't want to do that, then
so they're kind of in a rut.
They're always just going to be the one-dimensional team.
That's the problem. But the thing is, EnVy has tried to change that early on this year, and they just couldn't make it happen. So yes, when you talk about CS and how it should be played, probably now with changing the pace and all of that, I feel that's the way to go. But when I look at EnVyUs as a team, I don't think they're just capable of doing that with this particular lineup. So I'm fine with them being one-dimensional, because that works better for them than trying to, diverse their game and be more versatile. They failed miserably at that in this year.
So it's what the bottom line of this is that yes, they've tried and experimented with other adding depth to their game, and it's been a bit of a flop. Does that mean that this is as good as it's going to get for EnVy in their current form? Is that where we're kind of taking this, or are you suggesting there is still room for growth? There is still room for growth within this one-dimensional box that we put them in.
I think the problem is that once they started changing things, they started losing, which is basically normal as well. You're introducing something new into your game. But I think with them, it took a big toll on them in confidence-wise and personality-wise. So they didn't have the resilience to push through the bad results to actually have things in place, right? That's why they fell back to the old playstyle. I feel that maybe a potential situation for them, potential scenario is they get a string of good results and then they're like, okay, but now we've done all we could with this. Let's try and implement new things, but not get disheartened if we start losing because we reached our peak with our old playstyle. It's simply, people have simply figured it out.
I think that's the same with the way, like when they used to be the best team in the world, they were one-dimensional then too, but they were just so good at aiming and they could just run over everybody that it didn't matter that they only had one style. Nobody knew how to beat it. Right. Now with the longer round times, the longer bomb times, those two factors kind of work against them. It gives teams a bigger chance to retake, more time to structure their retakes. You don't have to fight them when they're taking an area. You can let them have it. So that, I think, is something that has hurt them. But like Yenko's saying, if they have a string of good results and then they can actually think about it from an objective point of view and go, hey, we need to add some depth to our game, they might become a better squad.
So, I mean, we talked about this a little bit, but so you're saying Envy got by on their aim and they're incredible players. We said the same, you know, for when the NIP era, they were just the best players at that time. And now, you know, the game's been out for 4 years and people have caught up with them, right? I mean, they were ahead of the curve and now that's kind of removed. Does that mean that, you know, there isn't a chance for these guys to retain that goal, you know, get back to where they once were because of this?
EnVyUs' owner, actually, Hastro, just tweeted out something that actually the average skill of players has risen really a lot since maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So that means that the tricks that these top players used basically to get the upper hand on their opponents, now everyone's caught up with that. So the skill is much more even across the board. So they need to figure out new things, how to get an edge, right?
I mean, just to start that discussion further, Chad, right, you would assume that there is still more depth to go. There's still things that haven't been done yet. Or has this game been out for so long, played so many rounds that we have kind of reached that level? Never.
Nah, it's a constantly evolving game. It doesn't matter. You even saw at the end of 1.6, it was still evolving, and the game had been out for, what, like 10 years or something ridiculous? Right. Like, the game will always evolve because people are always innovating new ways to play.
Yeah, and I'd love to talk about that further, and we will actually, because that's a big one. I'll be picking your brain about that when we are next. Running out of time, but that's exactly what we have done right now. It's time to go ahead and jump into our first game of the night. Yeah, it is our first, despite the 16-0 in the bottom corner of the screen. So let's head over to Henry G and Sadakis. Tato, you look good in denim, bro.
Thanks. So do you guys. I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. Happy Henry G Day.
Happy Henry G Day.
Where's your denim?
I didn't get the memo. No one told me this is happening.
Oh, I see. That's Chad's fault. His hair looked great today.
Very spiky.
Happy birthday, though.
Thank you. It's not my birthday.
I thought it was your birthday. That's why we're doing this.
Nope. It's already gone.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why we're doing this. I'm not sure if it's a coincidence or something that's actually happened. Or
Happy Henry G Day. Have to say, after all these years of making fun of you in denim, I have to say this is it's not a bad look. I can do this. Makes me look like more of the drunk that I am. But we're getting into map 1, map 2, map whatever. Mirage.
We'll say map 1, because they're both separate games ultimately, aren't they? And
well, they are.
Everyone's
That's
gone.
true.
Everyone's gone. I didn't see it. So it's map 1 of the day. It's fine. It's going to be Mirage. And it will be EnVyUs versus Virtus Pro. EnVyUs are playing from Gfinity right now. They actually managed to take down Epsilon yesterday 3-1. And they'll be playing actually in the grand final versus Mouse Sports, which just happened.
Yeah. I made a tweet about what I think about Godsent.
Yeah, they've got a tough route ahead of them, I guess. It doesn't look like it was going to be the hot team everyone expected.
Good caster, lol. I agree, he's shit. I think it's actually pretty funny that people were responding. I said Godsent might be proof that there's no God, and someone said, yeah, Godsent the wrong team. I thought that was kind of funny.
That's true. That's quite good.
Yeah.
Well, then we are into the first map of this evening. It will be 3 sets of armor for VP. They've got a smoke, 2 flashbangs, and Pasha biceps. He's got the Desert Eagle, looking to find those 1Ds and see if he can open things up. But EnVyUs, they're going aggressive towards middle. It's Happy getting towards Connector, actually pushing up now and looking for that first kill. That's the Eagle player as well. Pasha has to fall back. And it's going to be MBK opening things up, taking down Bialy and the B apartments.
MBK trying to get these shots before he has to fall away. He managed to get back in the site. Somehow stays alive, and this only tagged to 85. But that'll quickly change as Taz rounds the corner. Mid-smoke site. Mid-site smoke, rather, put down and deployed. That should offer the bomb plant, but they're going to fight forward on this. Apex has arrived fast enough that the bomb is never in position because Snacks has to try and go forward and charge into him. And as he does so, bomb is going to be dropped. It suddenly was a Virtus Pro site taken back before the bomb plant ever went in, and Pasha, therefore, is in a very difficult position still as well, up in the apartments, anticipating that he would be playing the post plant from that position. He now has to go down and find the bomb, find these 2 players, and make the play, and they are being quite disciplined in this moment because they're not at all peeking, despite that they would have heard him drop down in behind the van.
Yeah, so they know his position, they know the bomb's there as well. They've got a crossfire as soon as one player goes down, and it's going to be the other facing the same time, but no need. Apex finding 4 frags there. Actually, the VP had that round tied up, but Apex is flying into the bomb side, lands 3 headshots with the USP, and then gets the final one as well. So a good recovery after Virtus Pro made their way to the side. No bomb planted, of course, so there will be a force by coming into the second round. Where to see Tech-9s, Deagles, no nades as of yet. There it is. Taz gets a smoke, and they've got a decoy and a flashbang to work with as well. In terms of the CT buy, we've got 2 rifles and a UMP in the hands of Happy. So Kenny S is sticking on the Desert Eagle here. This is one of his stronger maps. We've seen it a few times recently. He's very aggressive on this one. We're going to see flashes coming in. The Devil trying to get that first frag. Actually, Kenny S picks it up with the Desert Eagle, though. Drops the bomb as well, as Happy is pushing off towards shore.
Nade deployed to bounce down towards Snacks' position at the underpass. He'll take the brunt of the exchange, down to 36 after all the flurry of Gunfire inside of middle, and Taz just finally checking out the corners. In connector is going to work toward the A site. Counter flash comes in on him, and MBK nearly spots him, but he's able to get back down inside of mid fast enough before the charging MBK on Catwalk can make any amends toward the T-sided players. Does find the shot onto Taz in the end over top of the half wall, and he'll back away on that. That's complacency at its best. He's got this back to a 3 versus 3, and they've still got the weapons.
Yeah, Snacks has made his way in towards Kitchen, though. This could be a thorn in EnVyUs' side as he holds up. There's still a minute to play as well. Neo coming for the B apartments. You can see MBK seems like he has some sort of awareness as to what's going on. As we do get to the final sectors here. Pasha actually making his way towards jungle as well. So CTs don't seem like they have any idea as to what's going on here. This kill will be very important. Snatcher better pick it up. And apparently not. MBK takes him down. The jumping MP7 works out in his favor. And it should be the round going in the CT now. As Devil watches towards Kitchen. Can't find the frag. Pasha brings it back to a 2-on-2.
MBK is going to wait for this. So Envy, after doing a great job of taking the site back from Virtus Pro, now have lost it again, this B site. As you said, Snacks getting in deep. It's now Apex to push back through the smoke and already picking up the Clary on the FAMAS. Pasha's able to hold on and take down Apex 1-1. We split our opening rounds, but undoubtedly, although I say that because of the buy, because of the M4s and armor, EnVyUs can't really afford to force back in immediately, so they will with pistols, but it's going to be a hard position for them to try and fight back. Should still be Virtus Pro going up 3-1.
Should be. VP steal one back after losing the pistol. No bomb planted. Apparently the Desert Eagles stepping up. And it was Snackson's great positioning there as well. I thought the round was going to be in EnVyUs' favor, but the Eagles do prevail. It's going to be EnVyUs with a force buy of their own as we go and see the Scout body armor and a little 3-man stack towards Shadow as well. Apex will be joining and trying to bait them in how he can, but with VP coming towards this area, will they be molotoving towards Shadow? I think they tried it, but actually failed.
Kenny's going to try and just cover off the angle. Happy looking to be baited in on this. The first pistol makes the play. They won't anticipate 2. Happy's got to hit the shots, though. That's a problem. The alley, speaking of 2, it's 2 HP, but 2 kills. Leaving 1 less than 2 players left alive on the EnVyUs side. It's just NB, which is 2 letters missing the K. And remember, there's a patch in the works. It's not out yet. Fixing the jumping accuracy, finally, Henry.
So yeah, it makes the Scouts still will have jumping accuracy, but only at the apex of the jump. So what that basically means is when you're at the very height of the jump, I don't think it's probably still quite useful for a Scout, obviously, but it's just not going to be as overpowered. You can't use every single angle, run around jumping with it and hit every single shot. I think that's actually better, because it actually means like it's a little bit more like premeditated. You have to really position yourself in a decent area to make the jump scout work.
Well, that one worked.
Yeah, we're not running that
instead.
patch.
No,
just
obviously not. I think that's in the beta client, so it's proof that they're using it.
Finally.
Yes.
Learned the lesson from last week.
Yeah, that's certainly something they did.
Well then, VP do get themselves in a pretty promising position now. We're going to round number 4. It will be the full eco from EnVyUs here. And MBK's got the Zeus out. So, Pro League tradition dictates we have to stay on him.
That's true. It is, of course, Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Zeus spectating right now. That's his Twitter tag, by the way.
Yep. So,
it's a position that I don't mind it, by the way.
Yeah, the problem is no one's really coming toward that area. I've got Bialy there with the Mac 10.
That ball is up. Oh, it made it. But it didn't quite go far enough.
This could work.
This could actually still work.
We're missing all the frags, but it's fine. We're going to see this. The most important one.
Has got 2.
Here it comes.
Oh, he's... Oh, God, that was about the closest we've come all year. Yeah. Bialy gets it. Neo's going to take down Happy. It's just onto Apex. I was really looking forward to that, Henry, I have to say. Quite disappointing, like most things that I look forward to in life. As Apex going to get taken down, coming through the smoke by Snacks. Pretty straightforward so far. Virtus Pro do find that 3-1 score after winning the Eco. And, well, forced by Eco, you know what I mean. It's always a confusing statement in the second round when they don't have the guns.
Yeah. It's the first gun round. We'll call it that. It's going to be Kenny S on the AWP. He's got the glass cannon as well. It's not such a huge deal on Mirage. It's normally AWP George you'll be facing or long-range angles. It's about you just nailing that first shot and be able to fall back. But no AWP in the hands of Snacks. He's been the primary AWP of the VP as of late, and Happy will be jumping up towards the vent room here. And Kenny S aggressive towards short. Look at that first kill. Almost certainly going to nail it. I thought he had that one as well. He does land a body shot through the box there. Takes Bialy down to 42 HP, but no one dying as of yet. Trying to take the game to the terrorists at this point.
Ooh, Kenny. He's trying to find that box spam shots. The head was shown from Snacks, but he's not got vision on him anymore, and he can't afford to go aggressive to find it because there's two other at the top of middle. Good flash over, though. Pasha will be caught by Kenny. Assist was done, so Kenny obviously did some damage through the boxes onto Bialy. That's NBK to take him down, but Snacks and Neo managed to pull this back. Happy's still in a good position on top of the cobblestones. Inside the window, and he'll pick up 2. As Taz does respond, it leaves him, though, a man down. He's got to try and pull this back against 2 players, Apex and NBK, who are crossfire set and waiting for him to walk up connector, and Envy will at least pull back around.
It got a little bit messy there towards the end. I thought with NBK pushing off towards short, was there any requirement of that? He knew that player was around middle as well, but he does manage to fall back in time, and the 2v1 does go in favor of EnVyUs, but still money available for VP. We saw Kenny going aggressive there with NBK on short as well, just flashing over, trying to find the frags, just relentlessly applying the pressure there, and Happy, like you said, boosted up in towards the mid window, managing to find 2 frags and securing the round at that point. As we get to number 6, the money's not fantastic for the CTs here. They do have body armor on Kenny this time, but a full buy for the terrorists, including a Snacks AWP. Looks like he's going to find that first shot, no problem at all. Takes down Kenny S, just over the top of that smoke there as well. Lovely stuff by him. So 5-4 now. What's the reaction from the CTs? Mirage is one of those maps where you're either pushing towards Palace. Bia Palmer's trying to find a frag in return once you go a man down here. We'll see whether there's any sort of adjustment that comes in. Apex gets close to the way ramp. Maybe going to get flashed in here, which he does.
Apex is going to back and try and hold a better angle. The spot Snacks coming through. There is a bit of a shadow advantage. He couldn't quite see it from his positioning because he was just obstructed by that of the stairwell. But either way, he's got 2 quick kills. Apex only tagged down to 73 in this as well with the AK. And he's going to reposition himself in the shadow with a Molotov on Taz. That means he can't respond fast enough to do anything of it. He's got to sit and wait for Pasha's position inside a connector to come to fruition. Not only that, the rotation from the 3rd man that's alive in all of this on the Virtus Pro side, Neo, just getting back to where that bomb is now. And they may actually just rely on, picks, because at this point in time, there is a smoke left on Taz, but they didn't have a position to try and do it, especially with him inside Palace. Apex is the one that started this play. He's potentially going to find a 3rd kill here. He's trying to find it, finally will.
Yeah, I thought he was in perfect position to nail both of those shots there, Apex, but he does get 4 kills overall. So he does win the round for his teammates, but it wasn't the cleanest of kills towards the end there, but still, they all can. I think EnVyUs have broken the economy of VP now. VP after getting that first pick, try to slow things down and work the picks. No real set piece coming in there, but it doesn't work in their favor. EnVyUs just mows them down. And now we 3-3, and we do have a little bit of a partial buy coming in for VP. No armor purchase, but they have got 4 smoke grenades. That would normally suggest going towards the A side of the map, but they've actually got 3 players towards middle for now, so maybe just smoking off towards window, connector, trying to force over towards short. But Kenny S, I thought he's going to nail that first shot. Doesn't pull the trigger just yet as Pasha makes it across towards the mid boxes. Now at this point, the smokes have been deployed. Not to get themselves on a bomb site necessarily, this potentially towards connector they wanted to force their way into, but I just don't see it happening. You know, there's Devil waiting here with the AK and Kenny S there as well. It's a bit of a far cry from trying to get a bomb plant down, but kill does come in with that Tech 9.
Kenny still doesn't have the vision onto it, and he gets it back out the window, so that's quite clever from Pasha. Unfortunately, he'll be greeted in the end by Devil, who's holding on well from that connector. I liked Kenny's positioning. He gets 1 shot very quickly from the connector and then immediately rotates back in jungle to find the guy in window. They play a passive support with that smoke out. Happy did get caught on the cobblestone box, but it's now going to be NBK to close out the round. Convincing. EnVyUs, despite losing that 2nd round, the rounds they've won have been very convincing, if I'm not mistaken, and they're starting to build up a bit of a bank on this as well. 5950 still left over for Apex and 7,400 for Devil.
Yeah, they've got tons of cash here. I was going to say, I was thinking maybe the double AWP setup comes up, but going to be staying true to their current setup here. There's one setup with Kenny S on the AWP. No AWPs for VP this time, though. And this time they're going to a full default by the looks of things. Taz still in T-spawn with the bomb. Pasha holding for that mid-aggression. We've got 2 players towards B. Kenny S actually not going to be in the mid-window this time. He's actually in towards the B apartments, waiting for that first shot to come in. Moving around the map. You can see mid-window is a bit of an issue for the last round, so Happy will just be watching that in a more defensive position, stopping any players boosting up and potentially hunting for a frag here.
Neo, smoke in front, Molotov behind, wedged between the 2. He'll sit and wait inside of the connector position right now. He's going to try and anchor on these lurk. He's going to cover off rotations because the rest are all heading over toward B. NBK forward position in the apartments, though. Catches off Bialy completely unaware. And bomb is there. He spotted it. So now he knows they are going to come back this direction. The sales pitch of connector rotations to be cut off, it does no longer apply. But good kill from Snacks to pull that back. And with them taking so much time in the apartments, they've actually opened up Catwalk, and Happy's going to be left completely dead to his own flash. Neo walks in, takes down Devil and Virtus Pro. They do manage to pull this back despite MBK's early aggression inside of the apartments. Still not completely done.
Yeah, well, we still definitely have a chance for the City to do something with this. So we'll be falling back at this stage with Pasha and Taz. Strong armoring the kitchen area. There's not really much they could do to actually retake that position. It's just more beneficial to save the weaponry here. They win 3 rounds in a row, but Virtus Pro do finally fight back here. We'll be tied up at 4-4, and there was the B approach coming in that actually works out for them. And like he said, Happy flashing himself. Didn't really have much to work with there as the C's came in towards short.
I think he realized, he threw the flash out to peek, and then he realized, wait, they're already in the site. And then he just kind of lost track of his own thoughts. But it did look kind of humorous from our perspective, didn't it? I'll just make it easy for you. Here you go.
Well, they have managed to save the orb here, and like you said, there is residual cash for sure for the EnVyUs side. So they could bring out the double orb setup here. Something that's definitely possible with Happy in the lineup as well. We'll see what they decide to do here as the rebuy will come in. 4-4, going to round number 9. Snacks, no orb for him still. They're going to be sticking with that 5 rifle setup. And does their double orb come out? I don't think it has. It has not. So, 4 rifles. Kenny S on the orb still. He went towards B last time. Didn't really seem to get much going there. He's one of the players surviving. So we'll see whether he goes back towards the mid window. Looks like that will be the case. Most players will jump out the window and go towards connector. He's actually going one better towards short this time. Nice fast way to get there.
Cross from Pasha beats the smoke. Kenny, like you said, nice fast way to get there, but just barely missing the opportunity. And Pasha's actually going to try and be elusive here and slip down toward middle. That cat smoke, oh, didn't see it. Didn't see it. That might have been an X-ray misleading. Surely, you know, yeah, now he's got it.
Has he?
Well, doesn't have the kill. That's a problem when it's Kenny, but he does still line it up. Gets a better one. Pasha back through connector. It's Devil found, Devil down. Happy falling as well. The Snacks as they push in through the A site, and Pasha's just going to fall back and hold off this mid position now as well. That was very close. I have to say that could have gone either way.
Yep, absolutely. That connector kill was absolutely vital there. But Pasha does pick up 2 of them, recovers from the initial, I'm not going to say whiff, it was just bad timing. Kenny crouching, he does do some damage, but if he had got taken down before that first kill came in, could have been a problem. But he finishes the round with 3 kills. Just a default round there from VP. Smoke towards middle. Kenny S trying to push off towards short there, but doesn't spot the player coming in from middle. And at that stage, he does get absolutely wrecked. And it's going to be 5-4. Looks like an eco for EnVyUs going into this round. They're going to be, oh, okay, they're going for it. Oh, is my money wrong on my screen? That's a lot stronger than the money I saw. Anyway,
you could have a go-TV input today.
I think, yeah, that's exactly what I think I've got. Because it said like 2K across the board from that beginning of that round. But still, Kenny S does have the AWP and Happy. I think he was aggressive towards the mid window there, gets taken down by Snacks. Kenny S now up to him to try and find a frag in return. Will he be gifted anything? Oh, just about.
And he gets back to ladder as well. Finds the kill, beats the Molotov, and falls away, only losing 6 HP in total. 94 left for Kenny S to work with. 4 players left to work with on the Virtus Pro side as they set for smokes on the A site. 1 player going in toward Palace. That's going to be Neo that looks for the entrance as Taz sets for jungle. Corresponding smokes to land at the top of the stairs. Then the third back towards CT. It's the 3 essential smokes if you are going to attack with limited utility. And Apex going to play reverse firebox. He's not quite going to try and go for the sneaky plays, just trying to play off the utility, off the flashes. Now has the information as he peeks out, spots one toward Tetris, but Neo's immediately come out from Palace, and that's his obligation inside of the site. Devil, these smokes are dissipating. He has a chance to go for this. They're in the open. Bomb denied. 50 seconds short to recover this still, but Devil's done a tremendous job to buy space for his team. Unfortunately, they're going to go down immediately when they arrive inside of the site at Bialy and Neo's hands.
Yeah, a bit of a high-risk plan there coming from VP. Like you said, the smokes were just about fading when he's just starting the plant as well, and he doesn't have any cover for his teammates, so there's got tunnel vision towards City spawn there, but they do land the solid headshots towards spawn in the steps area then to finish things off. So no harm, no foul. It all started off with that initial frag exchange towards middle. Kenny S finding the kill on Snacks, funneling his teammates back towards a small A execute, not full one like he said, but it does work out. They seem to be on point today in terms of the fragging ability. VP take the lead to 6-4 now, and it's another eco for EnVyUs. It's going to be PT50s, Desert Eagles, and a 5-7 for Devil. No particular stack coming in. There's 3 towards A for now, but with no nades and only 2 sets of armor, I don't really see this amounting to much. And this is a little A fake by the looks of things. You can see the bombs in B apartments. This could be interesting though. If you look at MBK's position, he actually is pushed up in the B apartments. Wide to receive. We'll see whether he can actually take 2 of these down. If he does somehow manage to do it, it'll be fantastic. But Snacks coming with the MAC-10, I don't see it actually working out for him. Here he comes.
The last time he was here, he had an M4, and he actually did prevail to find a kill, but then got traded in the same fashion he does here. So as you say, Bomb was very intentionally, and Pasha's going to leave it inside the apartments as well, because he's going to go aggressive and see if the rotations worked or not. If it hasn't, then they can quickly recover that without being spotted. But the timing for EnVyUs, they nearly catch that. They nearly foiled the plan of Pasha and Neo, who will quickly bait out anyone coming from Cat and then secure the bomb plant. Problem is, this is a full 2-2 split, and the two guys on A are expecting to catch people off. They're really late. If they don't... Okay, Devil Spot. I was going to say, if they don't hold off these two players inside of the apartments, there could be problems for Virtus Pro.
I think they're okay.
Well, Taz does hit Apex on Cat through connectors, so that'll help.
Yeah, Devil has been detected at this point. Neo knows he's coming in. So a lot of footsteps being made. It's pretty unlikely the city's going to have a kit at this point. There's no need to overcommit and watch the bomb, wait for Diffuse to come in, and then you can just take them down one by one. So they have seen Devil now, and he's got that back 10. Rapidly firing off shots there, and a nice shot from Neo to actually finish it off there. And Happy, he's going to be saving the P250. Why not? Just denying them a sweet $300. But still, he gets taken down. 7-4. We'll have a look at the money for EnVyUs coming into this round. I think they're at almost maximum loss bonus now, 4 stage. So a double orb setup. We've been waiting for this. We speculated it at the start. It's 2 glass cannons, though. So will this be to their detriment as we go in with Kenny S and Happy? Snacks has got the orb as well, so this should be a slower pace round unless EnVyUs really want to apply some pressure towards middle and push up with that main orb. We'll see where that works out. So it will be Kenny S looking towards top mid, and Pasha just bowls his way into the A side. Aggressive, of course, as he gets the first 2 headshots as well. A side open after Kenny has to try and retake it. 3 CTs now towards the spawn area. Need to work out whether this is worth it. They don't have a single kit and 2 players with glass cannons as well. Falling back. So Pasha, this is when you know VP are in a good place right now, when they have the confidence to do those kind of plays and they actually hitting the shots as well. And you can see the EnVyUs just didn't expect it. They had the nades in their hands as well. Apex are completely wrecked by Pasha, and so did Devil. So only 2 kills required, and that's going to be the round over. And just trying to save those AWPs. EnVyUs will be holding back, but I think we have got someone hunting for them. That's going to be Neo in towards the underpass for now. But I think the CTs are safe. As MBK is watching towards the apartments.
Double ops looking to be held from Envy. That's the objective.
Yeah, Happy's got the AWP on it. So Neo almost certainly dead.
Oh, there you go. Confirmed. Still a second player trying to slip down those tunnels, though. Pasha on 11 HP. I don't think he'll have the time to get there, be spotted, or in turn spot them. So we'll see the double up carried over for EnVyUs with decent cash as well. The NBK will drop out a gun. And they'll be in a good position against now what is a single op and 4 AK-47s on the Virtus Pro side. Remember as well in the standings and how close things are. Yeah, okay, 6 teams might go through from each region this year, but that forfeit loss for EnVyUs is going to cost them dearly. They're going to go to 7-6 on the year. It's going to benefit Virtus Pro as well, who's one of the teams they would be competing for that spot with. So it does have its effects. In other words, Envy, this game has an added weight to it as a result. Bomb still waiting out toward A spawn, hands of Bialy, which we're on right now. So they're setting again for the A smokes. All 5 players now on this side of the map. There's 2 toward the top of connector for the CTs. The counter smokes have been coming in quite quickly and convincingly onto the Palace position for Virtus Pro, but they're timing them accordingly. This time it's going to be a Molotov on ramp. That's got about another 3 seconds of duration. They've already cleared out Sandwich. The 3 essential smokes in place, and Snacks has the shot. Too easy. Happy's going to be forced off ticket booth. It's going to be a hard position for the second op to try and commit as Kenny gets caught trying to push through the smoke. The one saving grace in this is Devil, who's managed to get to Sandwich. Yeah. Bialy responds with good comms, and once again, NB's going to have to run and try and save.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest that was maybe a saving grace. It was a bit awkward and sloppy, to be fair, from Devil. He just is blind panic spraying with the FAMAS, but we'll definitely had an opportunity to do something with it. We'll be happy the last player remaining with the AWP. He'll be falling back towards underpass now with VP. Definitely over the grounds to try and hunt him down here as he's holding with the last AWP, the last line of defense with the CTs, as he is just desperately trying to hold onto this weapon. It's round number 13 in Virtus Pro with the set piece towards A. Kenny S couldn't land the shots required from CT spawn, and you could see the teammates just getting surrounded and completely shut down on that A side. But Happy should find this kill on towards Neo. You can hear him coming at least. And it's almost guaranteed, but he misses the no scope or quick scope, and he gets taken down by Neo there. So it's going to be coming to the closing sectors here of the first half. Money is available for EnVyUs with the maximum loss bonus. They've actually lost 6 in a row now. Virtus Pro looking in a very good place for now, at least. And of course, they'll have the full buy, the 4 AKs, Snacks on the AWP, and what have EnVyUs got to bring to the table? It's going to be 2 FAMASes, 1 AWP in the hands of Kenny, 1 kit, a couple of M4s. Maybe a change of setup here. Kenny S not going to be jumping out the window here. Look for that first shot. Gets completely railed by Pasha. He had an AK against an AWP. Kenny S no smoke down. Oh, this is looking like EnVyUs are checked out at this point.
Yeah. It looked convincing. I remember saying that exact word. The rounds they've won have been convincing.
Yeah.
For about 3 rounds, and then it's just been an absolute nightmare since then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Money is spiraling.
That was devastating. KennyS is actually watching the angle towards top of middle where Pasha came from. There's no smoke down, no flashes used. Pasha just does a wide face and completely blows his head off. And Taz does running into the A side, finds 2 kills. There's not a single frag found here for EnVyUs. So they go into the last round with $3,400. MPK just needs to save his FAMAS to have any chance of weaponry. Oh god, the Molotovs is burning.
Die.
It's burning. Now they know he's there.
Well, that confirms, yep.
Nades
And nades. Do it, one more. Flash
throwing them in.
16 HP.
Keep them coming.
MVK is just holding on for dear life right now. And there, 6. And they get him. Taz will go.
Oh dear, what a round that was. There's not really much you can analyze that,
No.
to be fair, Matt. It's just they ran towards the middle, they blew Kenny's head off, then ran in A. EnVyUs is struggling to defend it right now. They're limited in the buys and doesn't seem like they're hitting all the shots. There might be a bit of a tilt back there, considering the first map's outcome. You know, certainly doesn't help. Some frustrations, perhaps.
Oh, I thought Kenny be try and go for the jump again, but Flash comes out.
He's only got the CZ in hand, really, so...
Yeah, might not be ideal.
He's okay. No, burning.
He's down to 60 HP. And once again, they'll confirm that someone's there on that. As MBK, he'll take down Taz. Something to work with on the FAMAS, but it's just a one-man advantage. They still have an AWP in the hands of Snacks to try and pull things back. Remember, he was primary opping the other day when we saw them as well, so seems to be more the trend. Not on all maps, though. Train, he wasn't necessarily keen or as keen to pick it up. Snack's going to try and probe out exactly the situation inside a middle. But again, as you said, KennyS not having a significant weapon. He's had to relinquish that mid control, and Happy's tried to go there late in case anyone pushed up to the bottom of middle with that M4, but then even he's going to rotate off of it. So once more, we'll have Virtus Pro full control of middle on round 15, and we could see an 11-4 scoreline. Thankfully, Henry, it's not 12-3.
It's not. 12-3 is a bit of a troublesome scoreline here in Pro League, but still, I'm not sure I trust 11-4 either. So maybe we should aim for 10-5.
I think that's that might be all right. Devil's going to try and help them do that by getting down. Now it's a 2-man advantage. And the guns at play certainly level out the extra 2 men. Add to the weight of Envy, trying to hold off the B site now as the approach comes in from short. Snacks already with the AWP prime toward the back of the site, but MBK dancing around. Bialy gone low. They've got a crossfire set that's going to be happy with one more. A nice shot by Snacks to find 2, though, but he tries to commit to the bomb plant with 7 seconds, and 10-5 will indeed be the scoreline.
So EnVyUs pick up the pistol there and getting shut down pretty quickly, but you have to say VP, once they got rolling with the money there, especially looking incredibly sharp, especially Pasha, Taz, Snacks, everyone seemed to be landing shots, and EnVyUs did well to actually win that final round. 10-5 is definitely not over. But
could you say they were rolling back the years?
No, not
because that's
not
what
quite.
we're doing on Henry G Day. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Well, turbulent times at the start of what would be our first half, although our third half, if we had to play the first map, for Envy, and things are not looking any better in terms of picking up a win on this one, considering the forfeit. So
No.
they've got work to do in front of them. There's no question. They're 7-6 right now in the standings. They could go to 7-7 if they don't pick their socks up.
Yeah,
They don't
definitely.
pull up their socks. That's the saying.
Yeah, that is.
I wear ankle socks. I can't pull them up.
There's definitely a rough half of them. 5 rounds on the CT side. It's not great, but they did a good job in that final round up against it with the buy itself. I have to say, though, VP going onto the CT side, if they pick up the pistol here, it's going to be a very tough affair indeed, and it could be over very quickly. Virtus Pro, 10-5, not starting the pistol just yet. So we've got a bit of warm-up to spectate, you know. Everyone likes a bit of this. And there we go.
I have a life pro tip for everyone in chat that wants the kiss cam to happen.
Right.
If we did it, it would be like jumping the shark.
What does that mean?
It's a term. I forget what TV show it was, but as soon as they jumped the shark, all their ratings went down because it kind of like.
Oh, so it's like the anticipation. Once
Exactly. It was a water
happens.
skier who jumped the shark, and it was, I forget what show
Oh,
it
so
was.
it's like always something like.
And it was just too
you're
juicy,
tuning in
and
everyone
everyone-
to see whether it actually ever happened.
Exactly.
And then as soon as it happens, wasn't that great?
Exactly. The ratings go down after that.
Right.
So
See, that's quite good.
it's not going to work, guys. I'm
But
sorry.
no, that's what you keep saying. Yeah, we might do it.
It's true.
If you're on the ratings, you got to keep saying we might do it.
You're right. We might do it.
Yeah.
You never know what tequila can do to a man until you watch Kenny S get a headshot onto Pasha. That is what it can do to a man. Absolute abomination of this pistol round again as EnVyUs look to be solid and take away a round from Virtus Pro. Bomb plant already in. Bialy has armor. He's got 5 kills to find and the defuse. He needs a full 8-point round.
Yeah, EnVyUs just completely wrecked the B bomb set there. It's going in as a tight unit, and will be Kenny S happy. Apex to find most of the frags there. Just not really much to report there. Straight up B rush, and Virtus Pro getting mowed down with the Glock headshots, and good efficient team play there from EnVyUs. I'm sure we'll see the force spike coming from Virtus Pro in the second round. So Desert Eagles, 5-7s, and it will be an itchy for Neo as well. He's not gone for the body armor. Got on the CZ. They've got a smoke to play as well. Where does that smoke go? I assume towards the air ramp. There it is. And a little 3-man stack. There's players getting towards Palace as well. So this is the round where EnVyUs lost in the first half. And oh god, Snacks, please no.
Please, yes. It is one of those plays that you'd almost like expect him to pull off.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, the point I was making there is EnVyUs won the pistol in the first half, but lost the second round. This is a more convincing case. So they pick up that first kill towards Snacks, but Happy takes a nade straight to the face. So he goes under 55 HP. And at this point, they don't really need to work too hard. Just hold in the full default, see if you can get another read or a footstep from the CTs. Happy, of course, by himself in towards Palace. And I think at this stage, his role is just to find one frag coming at the end and cast any rotations. He actually falls back towards T-spawn as his teammates are set up towards B. Taz, ready and waiting. He's poised with the Deagle, trying to find these headshots. Still could be a thing if they walk into his crosshair.
He's trying to make it a thing, that's for sure. And he's waiting as well to try and get more information with the jump. But Bialy's pushed forward. He's got a gun. He can rotate around. It's only a UMP, but it's Taz that needs to hit shots. He won't be able to manage it. It's Kenny to take him down. Pasha will find the return, but with that many players in front of him with AK-47s, it's not really for much. That UMP is going to have to be the saving grace of the round. Darling child of the daylight as it walks back through, but Neo Deagle does damage onto Devil. Unfortunately, the UMP gone already, and bomb being planted. Envy, they're going to pick up another round in succession. This time, no eco to play with, and we'll get to 10-8 potentially, all things considered here, before we really see the response from Virtus Pro on the CT side.
Yeah, almost certainly going to be 10-8, considering Virtus Pro won't bring much more than a couple of PT50s. They might not even invest anything. You can see 5 USPs for now. There's the PT50. Pasha fancies it. And we're going to round number 3. So a chance for EnVyUs to farm some cash here, especially Happy as he only gets the Mac 10. MBK sticking with the USP. Hopefully it doesn't fall flat here and they can actually make this work for them. There's actually a nice stack towards the A site here, and it's a headshot for Happy as well. Needs to be careful as he falls back. Does negate the bullets flying through the smoke there. He goes down to 20 HP, but I think he's probably called for his teammates. Yeah, getting towards the B site. This is completely stacked, and that works out quite nicely for them. They're getting a nice open plan here. And Devil holding kitchen as well. Should be able to find the next few kills. Gets the first one, looking for number 2, but Kenny S, he'll take that away from him.
Straightforward so far. Good call on the stack. Snacks is going to wait. Cobblestone corner. Nade's going to go into that position. The second one
You said they're
catches
more
out.
cinder blocks and cobblestone?
They are more cinder blocks. That's true. You're right. I just, that's exactly what they are. You are 100% accurate.
Good. Just wanted to clarify.
I just, you know, Cobble, CS. I'm in Europe as a Canadian. You have history. You used cobblestone. We don't. It's on my mind.
Fair enough.
It's on my mind. Speaking of Kenny's mind, the only thing in it is a bullet from Taz's USB. Pasha's going to take down Happy as well. So they just force a little bit of reinvestment out from Team EnVyUs heading into the first gun round. But they themselves, even with those pistol frags, unless they had gone, I think, glass cannon. Yeah, they could have done glass cannon on Pasha. They will not have an AWP.
Yeah, they literally could have just about done it. It would have been 47.50 in his bank account going into that round. But it's going to be Kenny S looking for that first shot. Does not land it just yet. There is damage coming in through the smoke. It's Snacks spraying him down once again. Starting to become his nemesis slightly here. As it's Neo jumping in the fire, dancing with the devil. But this time it's Apex to take him down, not Devil. And it will be a 4-on-4. MBK goes under 20 HP though. He's recovered the orb from Kenny S. The Devil is towards the underpass area. This next frag could be huge. Taz is waiting behind that smoke towards Connector. And the cross-hit goes onto him, but he can't pull the trigger at the right time. Spots him now, though.
Devil just checking as well in toward the Connector position. It's Taz that's waiting in the corner. They're going to have to spot him. He shuffles out. He's able to pick up one. It's Devil to go down, but Apex there. Pasha to find Happy. Pasha did well to do damage onto Apex as well. That allows B-Alley to pull this back firmly, because if he'd gone down, or if a second player slipped through that Connector position, it could have been problems for Virtus.pro, who now have the man advantage. The HP, 21 for Pasha, 20 for MBK, but B-Alley's a very healthy young gentleman. He eats his vitamins.
MBK, though, on the other hand, 20 HP with the AWP. If he finds one kill at the first exchange here, it would be crazy for Pasha to face, I was about to say, but he just walks around the corner anyway and takes him down. MBK just wasn't expecting it. He had the bomb, and he's the last player as well, so that all goes down the toilet, I guess, for EnVyUs. It's going to be 11-8s, and they come in with the AKs this time. Not a single AWP. Money was okay. You can see it's not a full buy necessarily in terms of the utility, but they do get the smokes in. So Virtus.pro, 11. The problem is, after quite a close round, this should reset either team at this stage. So a big round coming in. This is actually influential to the outcome of this game, whether EnVyUs can get back into it or Virtus.pro can close things out relatively soon. We'll see what happens as MBK. He's in towards the A ramp. It's going to be an ace play, well, A play, almost certainly here, looking at the minimap. The smokes will presumably drop and they'll react accordingly as Apex sets himself up towards the end of Palace here, but smoked out for now.
Well, Snacks is going to shuffle over the... Oh, he times it so that when he wants to PK main, B-Alley thankfully does land the kill. He almost gets taken down by Apex. It's Devil to find one in return, but as always, the trade's dead even, as it seems to be the case in this game. Whether or not it's an advantage this time for EnVyUs or not is up for debate, though, because rotations have already come in. Timing, Kenny. Get your ass out of the way.
Yeah.
But the timing, as I was going to say, is the rotations were coming in. The bomb had not yet crossed over to the site. Now that the smokes are deployed, although without the one toward jungle, they will bring the bomb into a better position. The smokes dissolved towards CT, so Kenny has to spot that. Molotovs to help push Pasha back. And the bomb will go for a more of a default closed plant. That means it's harder to cover off from A main. Tetris will have to be the position they hold from, and that's where Happy. He's going to try and stay in a 1 versus 3, but goes open to get a kill early, so he's not limited, and Neo's already on the doorstep. So it's Virtus.pro that'll pick up their 12th round.
Yeah, but the bomb going down does give EnVyUs a couple more options here. If they did want to force buy into this one, they could definitely get the Tech-9 smokes out. But at this stage, I don't think it's worthwhile. It would be a bit of a Hail Mary play, considering the scoreline. And it's going to be a single Tech-9 so far. Deagle, some body armor. They know they're going to have decent money going to the next round, so this is fine for now. But as he said, that round was certainly influential to EnVyUs getting back into this one. After this, it should be 13-8, and then it's really crunch time for the French squad. I remind you, they're actually playing from Birmingham, UK at the moment, from that Gfinity event. So interested to see what kind of setup they got there. Well, I don't think they're in a booth. I think they're backstage somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know the setup there at all. Oh, I would have thought they might have tweeted something about it, but they didn't. I didn't see any pictures or anything or anyone mentioning it. What's your opinion on that?
What do you mean?
Well, I suppose, it's an online match where you're playing it in sort of a LAN environment, so you have the hype, but is it always difficult to play a different tournament when you're at another one?
No, I used to like that. I used to think it was an advantage. Having 5 players in the same room, when you're at a LAN as well, you need to get in that zone and that kind of communication. I think, everyone's concentrating and you get a bit more hype and high-five each other. This round's getting a little bit interesting, but okay, now that kill decides it. But yeah, I think I always used to enjoy playing online games from a boot camp environment. I thought it was made it a lot more fun, and you're not sat in your bedroom playing like Counter-Strike. Actually feels like it means something. It's more worthwhile.
I like being in my bedroom because I can actually not have clothes on. But
you can still do that at boot camp.
that's a good point.
We could do that this afternoon.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I'll just wear the denim shirt for Henry G Day.
I'll just wear the denim underwear.
I knew you were wearing them. Explains the way you were walking. A little stiff?
Yeah, it's you could say that.
Well, it is 13 rounds now for Virtus Pro. EnVyUs only able to achieve the pistol and then the ensuing rounds immediately after. They've won both pistols in this game and yet sit with only 8 rounds as Virtus Pro seems to be closing in on victory. Snacks AWP in position, smoke out in the corner though, and therefore he will be obstructed from trying to get a shot toward top of middle. They've crossed 2 toward those boxes, and usually what follows the box is, okay, either a Molotov, in this case a smoke, toward that window position. So he's completely negated. That brings Taz back into the equation. He has to cover off his connector. A smoke down, they push through. Taz able to pick up one, swings wide though, and Kenny's immediately there.
Yeah, it was a little bit sloppy there from Apex to kick things off, but what a reaction this has been. Once again, back and forth trades. No one really getting a solid lead here, but it is a 3-on-2 for VP for now. Still possible for the French squad though. Snacks, he's got the AWP, but just opting for the P250. This is absolutely insane. Why would he do that? Is there any need?
Yeah,
just walking to connect with the PT50 out. You could just hold that angle with the AWP. If you have that inkling they're going towards short, surely rotate through CD spawn, but still Bialy does recover the situation. It's going to be MBK left now towards window room, edging his way towards jungle. It's going to be him with 35 HP. He has not got the bomb. That's towards middle. He's just trying to find a stray CT here, potentially rotating in towards him, but he's got time to play with here, so he could actually...
Yeah, but look at
something
Bialy.
Interesting. Yeah, he's ready for this.
Yeah, he's already anticipating
Coming
it.
at the timing though. This is the kind of angle you watch for like 25 seconds. The moment you look away, that's when he actually...
And you just said it, and look, Bialy's not watching now.
Okay.
He's reached back though. Okay, good. And they know that. I mean, that's just basic communication. They know they've given up middle. It has to be a possibility. He tries to position himself accordingly. So 14 now. No money really left for Envy. No. Despite having 4 rounds against them, no bomb plant hurt them tremendously.
Well, you only get $2,900, right? So even on the T side, that's not enough to get AKs and armor. So it's going to be Tech 9s, smokes, flashbangs, and you assume it's going to have to be some sort of execution here. Set piece, potentially, as they edge their way towards the B apartments. It's going to be actually all 5 players. No, of course, can't be happy. Yeah, he saws mid. So he'll be flashing in there, just trying to hold anyone in that area. Maybe peel some CTs away from short. There's Pasha, though. He's in a nice passive position towards the kitchen on the bomb side, just trying to spray them down as they come to the side. They have got armor and Tech 9s. If they get that first kill, certainly something interesting could happen there. The damage initially inflicted by Neo.
Pasha's going to get pushed back in. He's somehow stayed alive in all this. Look at the damage inflicted. He just can't find the kills. He's going to have assists on pretty much all the others, except maybe that one on MBK, but there you go. Neo, Pasha assisted. Kenny S goes down. Happy manages to fight that back. Tech 9 in hand in doing so, but it's Taz that will close it and put them on map point for Virtus Pro to go 2 wins on the day. One was relatively easy, I'd have to say, but this one not much harder in some ways.
Well, you have to remind yourself that EnVyUs won both pistols here on this map as well. The gun rounds really haven't gone in their favor, especially here on the second half as well. Just haven't been rolling at all. It's actually going to be 5-0 since the gun rounds have began. So this is looking like it's going to be finishing off as a 16-8, but you can still, there's a decent buy coming from EnVyUs. Maybe they can delay the inevitable. It's going to take 7 rounds in a row to force overtime here. He gets himself in towards window room here. It's going to be a little aggressive play towards short. Looking for that first pick. That's taken down by Apex though. A little bit overzealous there potentially from the veteran.
And Snacks is just waiting for someone to cross on short, but it's lower than that, up the stairwell, which Apex will arrive from. So a headshot onto him, and now suddenly Envy. It's never too late, or is it? Bomb gets dropped back down. That's a big play from Taz. I was going to say to arrive in this game, but they nearly cost themselves the round as Devil. He'll go back and pick that up, recover it, and allow Pasha the chance to try and go 1 versus 2. Planted, open side of the triple box toward Cat Connector, and they spot Pasha immediately coming out of jungle. It's Devil that will do all the work to recover the round. 15-9 now as EnVyUs will pick up 1 more.
So look at the money for VP. They're in an interesting position now. Should they force into this with 2 players on sub 3K? They could definitely get 3 rifles, but you have to think about the bed of rounds you've got to work with here. You're on match point. If you start forcing into these situations, that's when you try and throw the game away. I think they're just going to wait until they get a nice stable bank account and then finish things off properly. A lot of teams would be tempted to force into that one, and I couldn't really tell you why, but it seems to be a frustrating factor in the current meta of CSGO. But right now, Virtus Pro will be taking, in my opinion, the more intelligent option, as they do get the P250 CZs and a USB, but Apex finds that first kill. Should be quite a simple affair here, but VP aggressive towards short, finding 1 kill in return. Kenny S with a lot of pressure on him now, but he does hit the shot towards Pasha. 2 more players in front of him though.
Well, Kenny Gonna try and get back out. Flashes go in the direction of Virtus Pro, and it's all down to just Snacks remaining. Smoke out, but smoking kills. And then you'll find out in just a few seconds that, okay, maybe not. All right, Snacks, listen, I was trying to make a scientific point. Why do you have to prove me wrong? 2 headshots on the 5-7. It's not okay.
It's all gonna be fine.
Well, if it comes out in the wash. But this one's left to stain, Henry. Oh, that nearly cost him. Kenny on the other side of that smoke. He's going to flash through. This is Snacks' best approach. He's walked by him. No way. He's gone immediately by him, and Kenny's thinking this can't just happened. Snacks has no idea.
He's killed him as well.
Yeah, he's got him. Done. Gone. Wow, that's incredible.
Okay. Can we get that a slow motion replay of that one? I want to see whether he could have seen him, whether he was just going so quick. He missed it altogether. Anyway, while they work away at that one,
that was
go into round number 11. A 4-spy from VP, a Max 7, 3 M4s, and they've got the AWP as well, so I guess the money was reasonable. Pasha's actually very good at the Max 7, and we'll see what happens here as we go into number 11. A decent shot from Kenny, doesn't land just yet. There's Neo trying to get out of this awkward situation.
Snacks is just waiting this time with vision above the smoke on the AWP. Pasha's the one to wield the Mag 7. Kenny. He knows the angles, that's no doubt about it, and anyone playing at this level on an AWP should. This many hours invested into the game, but nearly finds one for his troubles that time. It's going to be the AK toward the backside. That's where Snacks and EnVyUs now picking up a kill are. And Taz is going to join in this party. Excuse me. As I stumble on my words, much like EnVyUs, well, you said it might go to 11. Unfortunately, this is no Spinal Tap, Henry. They are seeming to be stopped on 10.
Yeah, I think you might be absolutely right there. 5-on-2, Apex and Devil. The dream is slowly diminishing as we come into the final last chance saloon. EnVyUs, it's one of the final nails in the coffin there. Devil, what have you made of, my man?
He's made of, well, we know from Godsent that God doesn't exist today.
Oh, did he exist before?
Well, it was just confirmed today. So now the Devil, does he exist if God doesn't? He definitely does not. As Pasha goes for the jumping Mag 7 to close it out, stylishly so. And it is now going to be a two-map win, over the course of the 2 best-of-1s for Virtus Pro. Of course, we only saw one of those played out, but they'll take it. A win is a win. Take him any way you can get him.
Very convincing stuff. Yeah, it will be 2-0 overall for VP. You have to say, Matt, after winning both pistols, EnVyUs there, they looked like they got ran over by Virtus Pro. They were in very good form today, especially on their T side. They got 10-5 after losing that first pistol. They did get a 4-spy in the second, but overall their gun rounds were very solid, like very aggressive stuff. Didn't have to rely too heavily on the set pieces. Just running into bomb sites. Remember, like Pasha, Bulldozer and Kenius in towards middle, and then Taz is running into the A side by himself. Like, they look very comfortable there. And EnVyUs, although they did get a little bit back in return on the second half, it just felt like it was a little bit too late at that stage.
Yeah, I mean, it was never convincing. There was nothing, anything to build a hype or a storyline. It seemed very clear cut. Aside from 3 rounds after losing the eco, that EnVyUs looked like, okay, they've got something going on the CT side. The game, aside from that, was just a formality at that point in time.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like this denim shirt is a formality, and I can tell you 3 other beautiful people in denim. One of them is named Alex, one of them is named Spun J, and the other is YNK.
Indeed, thank you very much, you two. Our first game done and dusted. The double denim duo is I had something. Yeah, triple denim, isn't it? It's not only double. Either way, CS has been played, and they make a fantastic point of this. Let's open with that one, Chad. Envy win both pistols.
We look good in denim?
We do. Spectacular, so.
Who doesn't?
Have you guys been hitting us up with the hashtag? Have you had a look? I haven't checked.
I bet there's not that many people that own denim
Someone
t-shirts.
sent us trousers.
Yeah.
That counts. Press your jeans again. No, it doesn't count. Okay. Well, we're not going to make them go shopping. But if you do have a denim shirt and you weren't here before,
Says how few people actually own a denim shirt.
ESL Pro League. You have to go shopping for one.
Yep.
ESL Pro League is the hashtag. If you do own a denim shirt, let us know and show. So, I was trying to say before, Envy did win both pistols and proceeded to lose. That's going to be one of those tough ones to understand. I mean, how often does that happen?
Well, I was super impressed with the way VP played their T side. I loved it. They set the pace by doing the mid control. Then they're able to do fakes off that. They're able to send one player in there to feign the mid control, execute onto bomb sites. They change the pace. They do stuff where, you know, once you hold A for so many rounds and you just throw that smoke at A ramp and nobody comes through, and then out of nowhere, they throw the top mid smoke, things getting called as normal. Next minute, Pasha's run through that smoke with one simple flash, 2 smokes coming over his shoulder, but he's already entering that site. I love it. That kind of stuff. Yeah. Gets me going.
Stark contrast from last night, where
Already
you were talking about various non-sexy CS. But this, so that you were very satisfied with the polls on their attack. Yanko, anything to kind of join on?
It looked good for EnVyUs initially, even though they won pistol, obviously cocked it up a little bit, losing the second round, but they came back into the half, stringing three rounds together. But after that, I felt like, okay, they were aggressive initially, which is good, and they would manage to get the first kill, but then they couldn't just fall back. They kept on with the aggression, and they started throwing away the advantages they had. After that, it was what Chad mentioned as VP, having a really good game plan coming into this game and executing it really, really well.
Yeah, just more kind of regimented CS versus the loosened and stylish Envy.
So there's two ways you can deal with the way that VP were playing, because they had full control. We say that a lot when we're talking about Pasha, but they literally, their decisions, Envy were playing catch up, right? So you always trying to cotton on to what VP are doing. Now there's two ways to deal with that. The one way is sit right back in a retake setup, give them all of the map territory, give all of the sites, hold on to your utility, and then retake once you actually know where they're committed to, or go aggressive and blow them out of the water yourself. Now, going aggressive is a gamble. You know, you either go aggressive on that A side, or you push the underpass and maybe get an opening frag, or do like a mid control. But they're always a gamble. So when you pull out a strat like that, that's a stack or an aggressive push with numbers, they might already be heading to the other bomb site. And if you're not confident in making a call like that, or your players don't feel that you have a good strategy in place to do that, then it can be throwing away lives. You saw what VP were doing, where Yanko mentioned it in the pre-show about the aggressive style by Envy in middle. They go for mid control, but VP know that they can expend all of their utility to stop them. And you saw that they just kept throwing bodies into connector to stop them going mid. And once it's down to a 2v2 situation, the CTs can just wait, communicate, talk about what's open, and win the round.
So you're telling, I mean, so basically you bring the fight to Envy. You don't let them have that control that they've obviously practiced having. That's interesting, and just how well they did that as well.
Yeah, I think the problem is you could see the round where they were 3-3 towards the A bomb site, and you know, FBK wanted to smoke off stairs, but Kenny has jumped into the smoke. But in that same round, you could see how they had trouble planting the bomb, because their initial utility was spent, and Kenny was pushing towards CT to try and get a kill there and secure that area so they could have a safe plant. But he loses a duel against Pasha, and that's where the round is lost. At that point, the round is lost because MBK did plant the bomb, but he has nowhere to go, because Pasha is slowly pushing up CT. He even dies from the guy in stairs while he's waiting for Pasha, and the round falls apart. And it's only that one kill. That's why it's really risky, and the play style of EnVyUs, and very individually dependent, so to speak, right? If Kenny gets that kill, then they can all focus towards connector and jungle. They have the bomb planted for CT, Kenny CT, and it's a whole different round, right? So I think that's the problem. If that doesn't work initially, they don't have anything to fall back on.
No backup plan, and Envy did lose both of there. It's a double series going in favor of VP. That actually puts them level. They're now 9 wins, 9 losses, but it's still a very much an uphill struggle
They
to
still
trend.
have some tough games, I think.
Yeah, I was having a look.
What have we got in front of us?
Jeez, VP or Envy? Which one do you want to look at?
I'd like VP.
Okay, so VP, let's say they're going to take those two versus flip side.
Yes.
Let's say that's a guarantee.
Okay.
So we're going to push them up to 11-9.
11-9.
Then they have to play Astralis, Mouse, and G2. If they can 1-1 all of those games, they can potentially get into the final 6. Otherwise, they're going to be struggling. But the form that they're bringing the last, week and a half, it's been great. So if they can carry that across, I can see them there. They're a likable team.
Yeah, play to the level of their opponent. We'll see. I mean, when the level gets that high, maybe we'll get some more sexy CS, because that's indeed what we have seen today. And you might not see it with what's coming up next. We've got some excitement for you. Because of a delay, we are not going to be able to show you the next planned series. Instead, we're going to fill that time here at the Pro League with something quite different. It's going to involve the 5 of us. The 2 you just saw at the caster desk, and the 3 you see here before you now, playing some Counter-Strike to varying degrees of success.
God help us, Chad.
Yeah.
God help us.
Yanko is the master of the pistol rounds. He's been rocking it. So close yet so far this morning. But we're going to have some fun. And of course, you know what else is fun? The Score Esports application, available on your smartphone device. You can get it on iOS and Google Play, so any smartphone will do, and it should enable you to go ahead and get up to date with all your favorite esports gossip, news, articles, and even some fancy statistics as well. While you're grabbing that, and while we take a quick break to sort ourselves out, get the logistics sorted, we've got our LAN set up in there. We're going to play some CS. It'll be on this channel in one way or another, either streamed or hosting the channel that is broadcasting it. So do hang around and expect to see some bumpy CS from all of us. See you soon.